And this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota. Here to wow you.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the proclamation declaring state of local emergency.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That's the Flagler County Commission yesterday afternoon declaring a state of emergency in Flagler County. Flagler County Commissioner Dave Sullivan says communication is key.
I think the big thing I'd say is for all of our citizens to keep in contact and be aware of the information that's putting out, because it can change very quickly.
Flagler County Emergency Director Jonathan Lord was also at the meeting.
There is currently a 66% chance that we will experience tropical storm force winds because of Dorian, and a 15% chance that we'll experience hurricane force winds of some sort because of Dorian. We're expecting 4 to 6 inches of rainfall, locally heavier in some areas, from this storm, and potentially storm surge for many areas east of I-95. We'll be enacting evacuations and starting public sheltering Saturday morning. In closing, all of our county, municipal, constitutional, and nonprofit partners have been working together as a seamless team that you'll all be very proud of. And thank you for your support and consideration of this local state of emergency.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines. Here's John Arkin with more on Hurricane Dorian and the state of emergency in Flagler County.
The Flagler County Commission met in special session Thursday and approved a state of emergency for the county, with Hurricane Dorian now projected to be a catastrophic Category 4 hurricane by the time it makes landfall. Officials said while Flagler County is north of the storm path, it remains near the center of the forecast cone, and residents need to be vigilant. They also said that public shelters will be open starting Saturday morning. Sheriff Rick Staley said they've been monitoring the situation throughout the week and are ready to implement a strategy that covers before, during, and after the storm hits.
We are starting a phased implementation of all hands on deck, basically. So by Saturday night, we will be on Alpha Bravo shifts. Days off are canceled. Planned vacations are canceled. Basically, everybody is on duty starting then. One of the things that we have to transition with our people is that not only do we have pre-event, but we usually have significant post-event. So we can't fatigue all the people out in the pre-event preparation, evacuations, and those kind of things, because once the storm comes through, really the work just really then begins even more significantly. So that's why we're doing a staged roll-up, if you will. The team is prepared since Hurricane Irma. We have been able to receive updated military surplus vehicles, deuce and a quarters, to replace the Vietnam era vehicles that we had. So our high water vehicles and equipment, everything is ready to go. So my biggest point to the residents is, it's Labor Day weekend. It's probably not what they were planning to do for Labor Day weekend. We don't need a lot of hurricane parties going on. I would also like to, as you know, we're decentralized significantly, but the school district is allowing us to use their training room, and there's some other space in the GSB building that has generators that power the whole building. So we will be able to function through this hurricane and deliver the services to the community.
Officials remind residents that hurricane shutters and generators should already be in place, and that porches and patios should be cleared of items that can create a hazard. And if you haven't already, all necessary supplies need to be purchased as soon as possible before the storm hits. Complete details are available online at flaglercounty.org/emergency. Meanwhile, Flagler County schools are watching the weather radar. With more, here's Tony Magoo.
Flagler Schools is closely monitoring the progress of Hurricane Dorian. This has the potential to become a major hurricane, and current models show it striking somewhere along the Atlantic coast later in the weekend. School for Friday and after-school activities to include on-campus football games will go on as scheduled. However, after discussions with local emergency managers, Flagler Schools has decided to cancel all on-campus activities for Saturday through Monday. With us, we have Flagler County School Superintendent Jim Tager. Mr. Tager, you do have one school open on Saturday, though, correct?
Rimfire Elementary will be open for special needs. we will be fully prepared. They're coming in to get prepared tomorrow at noon, so we're going to work with Bob Snyder and the health department on that.
Please monitor FlaglerSchools.com for more information and the social media channel for plans for Tuesday. Any final thoughts, Mr. Tager?
As a school district, we love the community that we live in, and the support from everybody in this room is just beyond anything I've ever expected. So I would thank you for that, and we look forward to serving our community during this event.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
Stay tuned for a special live Dorian report from the Flagler County Emergency Operations Center radio studio coming up at 10 o'clock this morning right here on WNZF and streaming on the Flagler radio app. Download it free today. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Rich Carroll.